And we are live. You are at Wall Street sizing up, but we are doing crypto news today. That's right, crypto news today. We got some background noise. I'm at the warehouse. So, a lot of news today, so let's get right into it. This is news and notes, it's a little bit of tidbits for the world of crypto. Hedge fund companies have taken a $1 billion, at least $1 billion worth of short positions in Bitcoin. I say we bust the shorts. I think if you're shorting Bitcoin at this point, I'm sure they're long-term puts. One, number two is 2017. We retraced all the way back to Bitcoin. Retraced all the way back to 3,000 or 5,000, whatever it was. So I don't blame them. I'm not sure where they have those positions, but I would say that they're probably sub 25,000. So that's not the worst bet in the world, but as most of the banks have said, hey, we're going to 100,000 this year, so we will see. And this is not financial advice; it is just my opinion. Testnet for Diem, which is the former Libra that Facebook has come out with, surpassed 50 million transactions. The Diem is a suite of fiat-pegged stablecoins. We all know that, blah, blah, blah. Its largest cryptocurrency will be convertible on a one-to-one basis with the USD. It does have a low fee. It says it's scalable, but hold on. And rapid settlement technology is built in the Diem association. That was the problem with Robinhood, and why you couldn't trade is because they had T2. It's not instantaneous, right? It's not instantaneous settlement layer in the background. That's what blockchain will fix. Here's the thing. You've got members of Coinbase and Uber still in the Diem association. Diem boasts 220,000 individual addresses in its sandbox right now, but it's only doing an average of 3 transactions per second throughput. It will need to scale further, and we all know that. I think Bitcoin probably does more than that. Also, Mark Cuban, if you did not see it, on his blog, it's called Blog Maverick, blogmaverick.com. He wrote this, and I read this today. The new generation that has grown up in a digital world has known their entire lives that what has been of greatest value to them has been digital. He's talking about Bitcoin there. Cuban supports the notion that blockchain-driven assets now have legitimately become stores of value, meaning Bitcoin, right? He's a Bitcoin fan. I don't know how big of a Bitcoin bull that he really is. I've met the man many, many times. We've never talked about Bitcoin. But I will say this, is that he is a forward thinker. He is extremely smart. But I do not get the impression that when we talked about crypto in any way, shape, or form, that he was a huge fan. But again, that was a year ago now. So, all right. Newly elected U.S. Senator Cynthia Lummis, she is a Republican from Wyoming, is planning to launch a financial innovation caucus as a springboard, and this is great, to educate members of the U.S. Senate about Bitcoin. Congratulations. All right. Now, here is some chicanery, if you would. Chain Analysis reports that the U.S. and Western Europe have the most darknet vendors, while Eastern Europe and China lead in money laundering. Okay, we all knew that. So they figured out what the biggest market was, and it's called Hydra. The Hydra market. It's a Russian marketplace. Is at the center of the darknet market activities and a huge driver of Eastern Europe's crypto crime landscape. Russian-speaking countries operate the vast majority of darknet markets globally. We all know that. Clearly, they're far less economically stable. A lot of them live in poverty, and if they can spin up a server and make money off of it, that's what they're going to do. That's just Russia. But here's the thing: the Hydra, which is what it's called, the Hydra markets accounted for, get this, 75% of all darknet revenue worldwide. Globally. Worldwide. Check this out. This is how it operates if you're just watching this. So it uses an Uber-like system, right? So it for assigning drug deliveries to anonymous couriers. They don't know what they've got, right? Who drop off these packages in out of the way, hidden public locations, right? They're referred to as drops. We all have seen that on movies, which are then shared with the buyers. That way, no physical exchange is made, and unlike with traditional darknet market, vendors don't need to risk using the postal service. And that's how our buddy at Silk Road got what they got him on, or at least part of what they got. The funny part of Hydra is this. Hydra plans to raise money as a darknet marketplace. They plan to raise $150 million through an ICO for a new service called Aternos. You heard it here first, folks. Largest cryptocurrency transaction volume flowing through darknet markets are Russia, the U.S., and Ukraine lead the list. Those are the largest transactions flow through him. So Hydra clearly has tentacles over in the U.S., right? All right. So let's talk about Gemini. So Gemini, they bought Earn, right? Well, they've come out and said, okay, now Earn is going to be interest bearing, 7.4% yield for the year, of course. But here's the thing. Here's the cool thing. This is kind of where they separate from BlockFi. One, it's a little bit less, but you can Earn supports all 26 crypto assets on their exchange, right? So that means they support. So if you store your DeFi coins there, like Uniswap and Aave, you're getting 7.4% yield on those as well. That's 26. I believe BlockFi supports the three stable coins, the three largest stable coins. I don't know if they support Tether or not, but USDC, GUSD, and then they support like Litecoin, Ethereum, and Bitcoin. That's it. Gemini is going to support 26. Not a bad little play. That's a phenomenal pivot for them. The SEC has charged perpetrators of the now defunct Bitcoin to Gen project with duping investors out of $11.4 million. According to the SEC's filing, the defendants dishonestly influenced investors to purchase digital asset securities by showcasing, and this is why I highlight this, Hollywood actor Steven Seagal as a brand ambassador in 2018. Seagal has reportedly settled charges with the SEC back in February of 2020 about all this and was not named in the new suit. Also, GBTC, Grayscale Investments, has reopened its Ethereum trust, right? So it's the ETHE to accredited investors. It stopped, it suspended private placements in December of 2020. Now, if you qualify, which most of you probably will, I say that I don't know what your situation is, but anyway, they are now reopening the Ethereum trust. Finally, the Blockchain Association has seen a substantial increase in its membership and has expanded its policy portfolio beyond securities law towards shaping the debate on self-hosted wallets. If you know, there is a pending law that you would need to know both sides, who is sending and who is receiving, both sides of the transaction, which is complete BS. They want to talk about that. They want to talk about stable coins. They want to educate you on policy, tax policy, custody, and privacy. And that is why they are who they are. So with that said, guys, that's it. We are sponsored by StockTrade.tips. They have one goal, that's to help you profit off the insider knowledge of the hedge funds. So with that, guys, watch your six, go hard in the paint. We'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.